Told you he existed. I've been talking about that guy on the show forever. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why he tramps up and down the road with a t-shirt hanging off the back of his bike. You can clearly see he doesn't have a box or saddlebags or book bag or anything else on him that he could store more shirts in if he was selling shirts. But he always rides up and down the street, or a female rides that bike with that long whip antenna with some sort of t-shirt hanging off the back. And we've talked about him on the podcast so many times. If I wasn't literally just pulling into a customer's location to work on their computers, I would stop him and do an interview and ask him what his deal is. But there he is. That is the bike guy with the t-shirt that goes up and down Del Prado that Dave and I have talked about in the past. Told you he existed. Okay, so here's the deal. As y'all know, we've all been locked up forever, and I am tired of the beard. I'm tired of the long hair, but I haven't gotten to the point where I'm willing to shave my hair, but the beard has got to go, because I've discovered the more I look like I'm stuck in my house not doing anything, the more I feel like it. And I really need to get motivated to be more productive and get things done. So we're going to start by getting rid of this beard. Besides, it's only a beard. I can grow it back if I want to. Done. There's a good look. What do you think? Should I sport this all day? Yeah. Get around town looking like this. There, all done. Yeah, definitely see the old second chin. But anyhow, it's a start. What is going on? What is going on? Oh boy. Sorry, my mind is so inundated with all the crap that's going on. You turn on the news, you hear one thing. You turn on podcasts, you hear other things that make more sense about kind of how, I don't know, we ain't got to get into it. You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, it's postage day. Got another cheap item off of eBay, going along with our series of how to find cheap items on eBay. Check these out. You're like, why are you showing me shoestrings, Don? I'm not showing you shoestrings. I am showing you, allegedly, new old stock, never issued Marine Corps leggings. I say allegedly. I'm tending to, I don't know, they smell kind of original, but I've never seen a pair of leggings with the shoestring thingy on it. So maybe these are reproduction, maybe the original. Comment but down below if you know if original leggings had the shoestring thingy on the bottom of them. The other one doesn't. They do feel stiff. I've had other new old stock shoestrings. I've had shoestrings come in, I know, have these on them, so I guess it would make sense that the leggings would too. They are very stiff and they have that original smell, so I'm going to go with yes. But the reason I needed these is, well, I have 2 pairs of original Marine Corps leggings that fit me that I have acquired through the years, but one pair of them, the legging shoestrings dry rotted and broke, and so I needed a second set of shoestrings. Well, not shoestrings, but legging strings, and I really didn't want to I don't know. I guess it was never so important that I needed to spend a lot of money on them, because as I said, I do have two pair, and the only difference between the pair is one pair is the original brass hooks and the other pair have the black hooks on it. So depending on what era of impression from Marine Corps I'm doing, if it's Guadalcanal or early or if it's later war, would depend on the leggings I wear. But anyhow, I'll have to check. I haven't looked. I think I got those for $5 free shipping off eBay, and like I said, they're supposed to be new old stock. So that's one more thing I got out of the way. So one of the things I've been working on is my D-Day impression. As we discussed previously when we talked about my reproduction gas mask bag and the original vest that I got off my buddy Art. Well, as we were also discussing either on past podcasts or past videos, I was talking about how I need an original haversack, but the warnings issued on at the fronts for their system says if you're over 6'1", it may not fit you. So I was on there and I saw they have a new equivalent of it that's made overseas for cheaper. So for instead of $100, it's $60, and it did not have the warning about people being over 6'1". And so this is part of the At the Front's JQMD line. Don't know what that stands for, but I just got the full complete system, complete with leather strap from At the Front. I'll be honest with you, I've never opened one of these bad boys up. I've never packed one of them. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll take a better look at this together when I get home, and we'll maybe do a review on this next season when we're actually able to do World War II reenacting again. But that's the only thing I got. This is the new system from At the Front that actually retails for $59.99. I think their other one that's made in the States retails for like $100 and something. And I finally also got a correct World War II era undershirt. Whenever I do my Army impression, I always wear my t-shirts that the Marines primarily wore. So while I was going to pay for that shipping from At the Front, I went ahead and threw a cheap t-shirt in there too. Welcome everybody to the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast studio in the box, episode 6. Real quick, we got a lot of new viewers and a lot of new subscribers. If you guys want an official What's the Scuttlebutt podcast decal for your window or an OG5 sticker, simply email us at info@WTSPWorldWar2.com. Give me your address, your name, and I will send you one for free. Please like and subscribe. Share us with your friends. We've been picking up some new subscribers. I thank you guys so much. But let's get down to it. We're running behind on this project because of the foobar from last episode. So let's try to get caught up. Okay, so here's the problem I'm facing. I really need a hole big enough for this guy to come up out of, because he's going to be stored underneath. That's not what this was for. The purpose of this hole is basically I got to run 2 wires from the main out into this input, and I don't want a bunch of wire laying up here in the way. So it's going to go out, tuck down here, come back out and into there. So we have nice clean wire management. Underneath, we got the power plugged in. The power then goes down to this power strip that I went ahead and affixed to the inside, as well as that. Where we're at in our project now is Sorry, you guys all right? I didn't hope I didn't hurt you. Let me get your hair out of your face here. Sorry about that. Who knew that 1950s Coke coolers didn't make great tripods? And so what we have to do now is obviously take our extension cord, plug this guy in. I need to make a hole in here so this guy can come out. Now I have a hole saw. This hole saw is like 1.5 inches. I need like a 1/2 inch hole saw, which I think I may have in my truck. But it is 11 p.m. and I don't know if I need to go dig through my truck. I guess I ought to. This is what I was talking about. As you can see, this is a bit of a hot mess. You got your outputs going into your input, and you got this wire that even after you zip tie up, it's still an ugly mess. That is what the hole is for. This is a little secret I do when I set up computers on computer desks that were designed by furniture engineers and not computer engineers, and so it's really hard to hide wire and make it look good, but this is kind of one of the things I do on a job. And now you can see the finished result looks way nicer. So now what we got to do is figure out storage for the microphone cables, 2 microphones, 2 microphone stands. Got to be able to wrap up all this extension cord, put it inside.
This has been a Digital 410 production.